So it looked like there is some drama, some headaches happening with Krave Beauty and Korean SPFs. I just want to share some thoughts, shall we?
Oh,
Hi skincare people, Custodio here, DH Traveler, always asking in the channel the question, the very important question, where is that skin wanted before marketing got in the way. And today we have a somewhat different video. If it's your first time in the channel, I really tell you this is not the normal content. I think you can bounce afterwards if you think that maybe you have curiosity to see what the channel is all about with this idea, what is that skin wanted before marketing got in the way. I think you'll figure it out. If you already know the channel, welcome back. Why did I hesitate today to make this video? Because I really feel for Krave Beauty, for Liah Yoo, the CEO, who has come forward confronting, in my opinion, in a humanly possible way, the best possible way, even though there is a disagreement, which I will explain in the end, which is the only thing she lost me in terms of that rationale. All the rest and the way she confronts it, I think she is very courageous. I mean, she has stand as a person already in the community of beauty. I think we all feel there is no malice, there is no misunderstanding of any kind. I have absolutely no doubt that she's caught in this hurricane without having contributed to produce it. But mostly what me as also a brand maker and someone behind the brand, in this case in Switzerland, nothing to do with Korea. In this case, we got lucky that the problem is not happening in Switzerland. But I really go back to my sofa or I lay on my bed and I think, what if this happens to me? How would I feel? And the truth is that a lot of paperwork, regulatory testing, not only for SPF, but for many other regulatory paperworks and tests, we have very little control about how all that work is done, because we can influence the supply chain, the manufacturing, even that we rely a lot on third parties. Have no doubts, independent brands, the brands that you think are exciting and they are more creative and they have makers and people which are behind the brand, which you find more inspirational, those brands, because they are independent, they rely on a lot of supply chain, which they need to trust third parties in terms of components, in terms of manufacturing of bulk, even formulation, stability, filling, storage, export. A lot of things cannot be done vertically inside the company, because otherwise the companies would not be able to develop those exciting products. So as you know, this has gone around now in Korea, that so many brands, especially those SPF 50 plus and PA++++, they are a bit like a house of cards falling down and coming evidence that in the end they were not 50 or even close to 50 in the previous scandal of Purito, the Centella organic whatever green thing, not under my radar, but I could see that 50 was even not 30, not 25. So in this case, it just happened now. And why I also want to address this, because in the channel, H Traveler, I've been always preaching Krave Beauty, and I want to declare that I still do. I still think it's an outstanding brand. I think they have a very consistent, beautiful skincare regimen. Of course, now we know that this SPF 50 is likely not SPF 50. I have in the channel often presented it like my favorite chemical, sun protection. So that's why I felt I should take my space and take my time to just speak up, because in the end, for you guys who follow me, I've said that it's my favorite SPF, so I'm as surprised as you are that it's not an SPF 50. I will still finish my bottle, because I also layer sometimes a powder with SPF. I can also have an SPF in my moisturizer. I can use it, so I will not throw it away, because I genuinely like it, and it has very nice antioxidants, vitamin C, allantoin, the antioxidant beetroot, green tea extract. So there are other qualities to the formula other than the SPF. But I really wanted to shout out to say that I believe and I know that when you are an independent manufacturer, there are no ways to control certain things. So you have to expect a certain system to be there for you. When you realize they are not there for you, you find your alternatives, which is what Krave Beauty is doing for sure as we speak. I think in terms of offering money back, reimburse the whole value for those people who don't feel comfortable, and withdraw all the stock, so take it back from the market. It's what an honest company is able to do. I said in the beginning, and I don't want to drag it, why I don't agree fully with Liah Yoo's, the CEO, reaction, simply because she came forward with tests which are already in her hand, and she said that she believes that it's still a good sun protection, yet she didn't share what is the real SPF that we have here. So I agree. I make my own decision as a consumer. I already said it. I will use it. I will carry on using it. But as a consumer, it's not possible for me to make a real judgment how safe, how not safe I feel with the sun protection I'm using, as long as I'm not told, and that's the responsibility of the brand, to disclose what is the real SPF. So that's the only thing I disagree, to say that it's still a good SPF. I believe it's still a good product, but I don't know if it's a good SPF. It makes a difference for me to know if these now, instead of 50 plus, which to begin with, I don't even like 50 plus, I like 50 because that's the way things are quantified. For me, 50 plus means nothing. We also have an SPF 50, which actually has tests which quantify more than 50. It was my decision. I don't want to put that plus in front of 50, because what does it mean? Does it mean it's 51? Does it mean it's 60? It means very little. So it's legally possible to do it. I don't like the idea, and I also don't like the idea now to be in the emptiness to decide for myself, is this enough, is this not enough? Because I tell you, I don't think under 30 is enough under no circumstance. So I really believe this is not 30. That's why also I think Liah Yoo decided not to disclose. This is likely my best guess, 40, 40 something, under 50, but yet above 40. Also empirically, to say, I use this SPF for lengthy periods of time. I never had any erythema, any sort of sunburn reaction. So I believe it did its job. But these are just assumptions. This is speculation. I would feel much safer if I would know it's a 31, it's a 32, it's a 40. So what is the bracket? So 2 more messages before I go. I think it's also time for all of you over there who feel frustrated sometimes that sometimes more independent brands and smaller manufacturers. We had a lot of scandals with makeup, which I just see, even though I don't follow it very close. There was all that drama, the lipsticks from that huge influencer, Jaclyn Hill, and all those tears because the products are not matching expectations. I just want to share with you a point of view, which is there is also this machine which creates these monsters overnight based on social media success, and suddenly influencers become brand makers and there is no supply behind them with solid, good practices in place. So I just want to throw the question to you, should we not sometimes also rely a little bit, and now I'm defending my lady, on brands which have a little bit of historical background, not necessarily the big blusters, the blockbusters, but brands which are a bit in between. That's what I strongly believe, because you know, there is a difference. When a brand is born digitally and sold digitally, there are a lot of exemptions of regulatory, mandatory paperwork. And this is something which is not talked about. When you sell a product globally across the planet, and this product is registered, you export it, it's imported, there are distribution licenses, you have to go across a lot of legal frames which make the paperwork very scrutined and scanned by different eyes. If you really have to please FDA, Health Canada, European Community, ASEAN, China, Iran, Japan. If you have to sell products across all these markets, be sure that your paperwork needs to be very solid. When something is just digital, it means that you have a bit more free wings to go and things are not exactly as scrutiny. These are just facts I'm laying on the table. Just I think it's important for your education, for your responsible decision in what you want to do with your money. I said it because I don't want to end up in bad terms. I repeat, I'm going to finish my bottle. I love their Hallelujah AHA lotion, their barrier relief. So from my side, Krave Beauty, you still have me as your fan. I just don't like, you know what, I need a number. But other than that, I wish you the best. And I feel for you, CEO of the company, and I hope this goes very, very fast because you're not sleeping today, I'm sure, and these days are going to be rough for you. And I really feel for you because I know you didn't do yourself anything to put yourself in this position. So love from Switzerland to Korean brands, Japanese brands, any brands which are doing their best. This is a beautiful industry with a lot of flaws and problems. And Switzerland is maybe one of these places where, due to the Swiss quality and the Swiss standards, I'm Portuguese, I don't take any credit, but because of the Swiss standards, being Swiss is still something that makes me sleep well at night. So I hope this was interesting content. See you next time. Say no to boring skincare. This is not boring skincare. This is a good, from now on, antioxidant emulsion. So take care. For always honest and straightforward content, come please every Friday and consider subscribing, liking, clicking the bell, all those things. Ciao.